Join us every Sunday for an episode of the Digital Business Forum
at 2 p.m. PST, 3 p.m. MST, 5 p.m. EST, and 10 p.m. GMT.
This forum will feature successful, experienced digital business owners with inspiring information to help you make that informed decision about starting your own digital business. By starting your own online business, you will have more free time to take control of your life, create generational wealth, retire early, and make money from anywhere in the world with just your laptop, phone, and internet. If this resonates with you, don't miss this Sunday. Digital Business Forum. Be informed, be inspired.
Welcome once again to the Digital Business Forum, where we come every Sunday to inform and inspire about starting an online business or going digital. My name is David. Here in California, Northern California to be specific, in the USA. Hosting this show with Dorothy, and we do have a special guest, Kamrun from Boston. You're welcome. The special guest for tonight is going to be sharing a very special story, so sit tight as usual. Grab yourself something to drink, a cup of coffee, or anything that you can find, and pick a piece of paper and pen, to note down a thing or two, that might interest you in this journey. I would like to give Dorothy an opportunity to introduce herself before we can proceed to bring in our guests for tonight. Dorothy.
All right. Thank you so much, David, for this opportunity. Anyways, if it is your first time to see me, my name is Dorothy Nakalema, and I'm from Uganda, currently in the United States, and a proud digital business coach, a mother, and a wife. So out there, this is a special day. If you're out there and you're watching this, if you're going to catch the replay, Digital Business Forum, be informed, be inspired. The reason why we always come here every Sunday is to make sure that you get inspired and you get to be informed, because information is power once you use it for action, not just looking at it. Okay, back to you, David. That's a little bit about me.
Thank you, Dorothy, for that brief but specific introduction. And now our special guest, Kamrun. Introduce yourself to our people.
Okay, first of all, I want to thank you, David and Dorothy, for inviting me today. I am feeling honored and grateful to you. My name is Kamrun Nahar Kanta. I am living in Boston from last 10 years with my husband and my two lovely teenager boys, and they are special needs. By profession, I'm a behavioral therapist. But right now, I am not a behavioral therapist at all. I'm just a digital entrepreneur. Thank you so much.
Wow, that's wonderful.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you so much, Kamrun, for that introduction. I would like to kind of dive in on this with something that caught my attention. You said you have two children that are special needs, and I understand that that can be quite a challenge. You worked as a behavioral therapist for 8 years. What was that experience like, and what eventually led you to leave such a meaningful profession?
Yeah, let's share my story. Actually, you know that I worked as a behavioral therapist 8 years, but I did not start there actually. At the very beginning of my career, I started my career as an accounts officer. I worked 4 years as an accounts officer because I studied in management in my master's. So I started as an accounts officer, and then after 4 years doing as an accounts officer, I got married and I leave my country. Like, I used to live in Bangladesh. I leave my country and I went to Kuwait, Middle East, with my husband. He was a banker there. So there, when I was about to ready my second journey of my career as an accounts officer, I got pregnant and I got my first born. He diagnosed with severe cerebral palsy. Now he is 18 years old and he need 100% help with everything. He is a boy. He cannot do anything with his hand, with his, like he cannot help himself at all. He is on wheelchair. He has a G tube on his stomach because he cannot eat anything by mouth. He has a baclofen pump on the other side of his stomach to make his body calm, like a severe cerebral palsy boy. So, uh, like to do the journey from an accounts officer or being a new mom to the behavioral therapist, there was 8 years gap in between.
Right.
That 8 years was the darkest and hardest part in my life. Like those 8 years, I lost everything. Like I lost myself. I lost my, like I don't, I cannot actually explain well what I went through those years. So then I, like in my family, my husband family, no one was, like, no one have special need kids, so I don't know much about them. And my firstborn was of severe cerebral palsy. Then my second born, after 1 year 8 months, I got my second boy. He is an autistic boy, so I don't know how to help them, what to do. My son who cannot eat, a boy, a child who cannot eat, I don't know how to feed him. He doesn't know how to suck, how to eat. Means like at 9 years, there was 9 years he don't have any G2. So that was really a very hard part for me. And I was all alone because in Kuwait I was alone with my husband, no family member, no one's. So like I used to cry and pray
Yeah.
those 8 years. And then at some point I hold on myself and I bounce back again. And then I study on special education and became a behavioral therapist. So, but at first I worked 2 years as an teaching assistant. Then I become a behavioral therapist. And by this time I came to USA 2015 with my both kids because actually in Kuwait, Middle East, they don't have much good education or treatment for those populations. So we decided to move to USA, and then I came here and I started working as a behavioral therapist. And then what happened after working 8 years as a behavioral therapist, like I was learning how to help the special need population from the school, and I was helping my kids at home. So it was like kind of give and take. Like I was helping the other kids. I i love to work with, like lots of people told me, why are you mad? You are a special need parents of two special need kids and you are working again with the special need population. Then I don't think I was mad, but actually I had great feelings for this population and I wanted to help other kids, other families too. That's how I was giving my service to those families. And then again my life bring me in that position, that where I have to choose either my career, my job, or my kids.
Right.
So definitely I choose my kids. All mom will choose their kids. So I choose my kids and I had to leave my career to take care of them because I moved to a new city and I didn't get any personal care attendants to take care of my kids. So I had to leave my job and I had to sit back home to help my kids. That was the journey or transformation of my life actually.
Wow. 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 What an experience. Wow. Cameron, let me be honest with you. Raising children can be a challenge and a big one when they're normal, you know? But
Yeah.
then when it comes to a situation where there's special needs, it's really challenging because it calls for a lot of attention,
Yeah.
and to juggle that with a career, that can be really a challenge, because you you get in that space where you definitely have to choose between the job or taking care of the kids, and that can be frustrating. So I could feel the frustration you had when you say that it became quite a challenge. You were in such a dark place after, in a period of 8 years where there was nothing going on for you. You're like, everything has to stop, and then you have a second child that's also special needs. It definitely pushes you into a corner. One, to learn how you're going to be able to take care of these people. Um,
And they were
and
like different kind of, my first one is severe cerebral palsy, and the
mm,
second one is autism. They are like two different era of special needs.
right,
Like I had to learn all sides to help them.
right.
It was like I don't know, even right now, like I when I think of my those 8 years, like I surprised to how I did that.
How you manage it was by some grace of God. So,
Definitely.
yeah, I can imagine you being pushed into that direction. Imagine you are in accounting, you are an accounts officer, and you mentioned Bangladesh. I do have some people that I've worked with, very smart gentlemen in Bangladesh. Past couple of years, been working with them, very smart guys. You're the second person that I'm speaking to, especially here in the US, that's from Bangladesh. I know there's some smart chaps out there. Um, Regards to them out there. So yes, you mentioned from Bangladesh, then you go to Kuwait. Okay, that's where you meet your husband. Of course, you come in as a professional, and then all things happen. You have kids, and you have to switch.
Yes.
Okay, so that switch obviously opened an opportunity for learning, and that took you into, you called it behavioral therapy.
Yes.
So you get into this new profession, um, obviously where you're helping other kids, to cope with life. And at the same time, you're learning how you're going to do life with your own children.
Yes.
In a way, it's some kind of a blessing in disguise. You're pushed into a corner, but again, you work from that angle as a blessing to improve on how you're going to work with your own children. And I see that of you as being very, um, very, what can I say, dynamic. Uh, Things come in and you have to work it to, continue with life, which is very interesting.
Yeah.
And again, I realize that as we speak right now, you're running a digital business. I can kind of see what happened there, between the behavioral therapy job and you choosing to run or to go digital, right? So, but again, under so much pressure, and probably you had the time, how were you able to identify something like this to, you know, to go to as an alternative to work?
Yeah, like when my life situation was like that I was saying that I had to leave my job. I have no other option. So that time I was too much worried because I don't want that 8 years back in my life.
Right.
Like I want to keep myself, like when people ask me why you pressure yourself that much. You can sit home and take care of your kids only. But
Mm.
we are not working sometime only for money. Like nowadays we need money to pay the bills and everything, but work is something more than money, I believe. And career, like as you say, I have to switch my career. People takes whole life to build a career, And when I build a career, then I had to change it. Again, I build a career and I had to change it. And again, now I build another one career right now. But I can say this is my ultimate career. No one gonna take it from, no one is gonna take it from me. So the point is, like, I was praying deep inside my heart, like, oh my goodness, what I will do if I sit back home, then I will see my kids, taking care of them. And a mother always see her kids in a different perception. So, like, their helplessness make me sick, really. So that is why I want to keep me busy all the time. And I don't need that free time to think of that. I just want to go on until I am alive. So I want that pressure, that busyness in my life. So I was so scared. But as we have a new friend in our life now, the social media, I was scrolling my social media and I watched the ad of my mentor, and the word she just told there, that you can run this business from home or anywhere. That was the trigger line for me, because I was looking for that. I know that I cannot go outside anymore. It is impossible for me to go outside and work. I have to do whatever I want to do from home. So that was the trigger point, and I just don't think anything else. I just said, this is for me. I'll try for it. And I just knock her. I give my email ID. I saw the webinar, free live webinar. Then I saw the pre-coaching videos. I booked a coaching call, and I'm here.
Fantastic. Wow, fantastic. Thank you very much for that submission. I think you've answered my question so satisfactorily. To you, pretty much, after choosing that you're going to stay home, you're going to choose to be with your family, it was some kind of therapy. You wanted to keep yourself busy in a way to do that, therapy for you, keep busy, keep doing something, but at the same time, you landed on this opportunity where somebody was saying, hey, you can do this from anywhere. I'm realizing that the trigger points are so different for many people. What triggers them into doing what they do or choosing certain businesses? For you, it was that. You say, okay, I can work from home. I can work anywhere. It means that gives me an opportunity to take care of my loved ones, but at the same time, keep busy working with this global community, with these people that are doing the same business. You opened up a new world in the digital space. Lately, I keep throwing this word around on the digital streets. So you find yourself there, and you're meeting. You start a new life. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that. I think that marks that part of the of the conversation that I wanted to throw out there for viewers to know that, hey, there's so many things that can trigger somebody to get into digital spaces or do something digital, because this is the Digital Business Forum. So we talk about reasons why people join, why they should do this, and that kind of thing. But you realize that we all have different challenges in life. We do have different aspirations. At one point, I shared mine. It was just about creating generational wealth. Somebody mentioned generational wealth. I was like, you know what? We work so hard in our professions and in things we do, and they end with us. I'm an expert in technology, but I haven't seen any of my children showing signs of, in doing that, or really that kind of an interest. I'm like, okay, even if I develop something to that level, it is something that I can leave them behind. It's something they might be interested in. But I said, you know what? There is this business. It's digital. You don't have to be tech savvy. There you go. You don't have to have prior business knowledge. There's a coach, there's a mentor that can be also introduced to whoever you leave behind. I was like, this kind of checks off most of my boxes. And then I realized there's actually a system, a roadmap to creating generational wealth. I said, okay, now this actually makes sense. You know what I mean? So you can see what can, the trigger points. Dorothy, you've been seated quietly, and I know that Cameron's story, has triggered certain areas, or or points to talk about. I'd like to give you an opportunity to comment or say something, please.
I'm not going to say much as a mother. Actually, our guest's story, every parent out there, you can relate. Mostly, as parents, having kids, it's another full-time job. But now imagine with a special need. I can see a woman who chose purpose over paycheck. You know what it takes by saying that, let me leave my job and take care of my children. You know what it means by, leaving your profession and going into another profession simply because you need to understand what your kids are going through. So when it comes to me, I don't know what I can say, but it's a very touching story. Hope our viewers out there, you can learn something out of it. And for 8 years, as a served, you've been serving in a public school system, supporting children, as it's the same, your kids are going through that same situation. To be honest with you, it's kind of emotional. And when you were trying to, share your story, I saw the way you are submitting it, and I don't want to dig deep because as a parent, I completely understand what it means. So I'm not going to comment a lot, but you are a hero, trust me. And as a mother, actually, of two, teenagers with the special needs, you carry so many emotionally, mentally, and physically. So, what were the hardest parts of balancing work, caregiving? Because it's kind of caregiving, it's another job there, and your own well being. I know you've shared a little bit, the 8 years you feel like you didn't want to go, back. But what I want most of parents out there, if you have special needs, there is that comfort zone. You need to go out of it. You're not the only person, but God knows the reason as to why right now you're going through the situation. Now I'm relating to every special need, like a parent who has a special need on their kids or their children, sorry. So what are those others, parts, like emotionally, mentally, physically, and how did you get to overcome and say that, okay, yes, let me get out of this comfort zone? At the end of the day, that's why you're here.
Yeah. So, like, actually, mm, for a woman, being a mother is the most beautiful part in her life, and at the same time, it is the hardest part or hardest role to play. And I stepped into a role without any formal training or experience, and I found myself figure it out during the toughest season of my life. So it is like emotionally it means like if you are a parent of special need kids, that means you are getting an infant and a toddler for all of your life.
Life, yes.
So you will constantly worried for their future, and physically it takes everything. You have to take care of them, caregiving, then their physical, you have to take their appointments, physical therapy, then school. Your kids are not going to school, you are going to school actually
Right.
behind them. Like they cannot communicate with the teachers, nurses, or anything. Like you are doing every day. I have to communicate with their teachers, school nurses, and then the hospital school group. Like it means a lot. It means like physically super exhaustion at the end of the day. Like, I don't know how to say, like keep going on every time, even when you are completely sucked or completely exhausted. You cannot stop, because if you stop, your kid's life will stop. And then mentally, I don't know what to say. Like when you are individual and you are not only living your life, you are living your kids' lives too. You are their body to walk, you are their sound or voice to talk, you are their mind to think what's going on in them. So nothing is easy. We cannot understand our own life, our own body, our own mind, but you have to understand then your
Someone else.
body life. And not one, two. So, and I it was like that 8 years. I don't want to go back there, but what like what finally broke the cycle? You know, the realization, because these 8 years my life was like I'm in the middle of a sea and don't even know how to swim.
Right.
And then you understand the hardest or darkest part of life means when you are having a hardship, you are alone there. This is another truth of our life. Like your shadow also leaves you when it darks. So, in my struggle part, I found myself only alone. I was nobody to help me physically, mentally. Like physical, I feel sometimes it needs more mental support than physical.
Right.
Physically, we can do so many things when we are mentally strong. So then I found, okay, it's my battle. I don't like to complain, and I am very weak to ask help for someone, because you need to be very strong seeking help. I am not that kind of strong that I can ask help for myself. So what I did, I found that okay, if I'm going like, and I forgot to tell you that in these 8 years I had 2 years of depression. I went to depression. I don't know where to start, how to start, what to do. So that's how at some point, because I was praying a lot, I was seeking help from my creator, and he answered me after 8 years. He gave me the strength, definitely, otherwise it won't be possible with anyone in this life to do what I did. So then I realized, if I am going down, I'm drowning. And I'm not drowning, I'm taking my kids with me.
Yeah.
So then I said, what I'm doing? Then the realization came, okay, because that time you are not only alone, like people are not giving, you are getting some sort of sympathy, but empathy at all. So that was your life, and at the same time, some of your other relationships and your other people are expecting you, like you change, you know they are not understanding you, rather than they're judging you.
I
You
see.
change, you become self-centered, you become selfish, you are not giving as much you used to give, you are not doing that much you used to do. So that means that's the hardest part. I learned very hard way what is really life when it is your dark time, or it's your tough time. So then I said, no, I can drown, but I cannot drown with my kids. I have to bounce back for my kids. If people are thinking my kids are helpless, my kids are useless, then I will be their help, I will be their use. So then I said, no, I cannot let my kids have those kind of eyes or listen those the people want to say, I will be their strength. I transform my weakness into my strength. The fear, the fear I'm drowning, the fear of that 8 years makes me today here that I don't want to go back there. I will go on with my kids. I will make my own career again, and I will bring my kids in a position then no one think they are burden. They are burden for society or they are burden for anyone. Like sometime in family when you have special needs, so many people, maybe not everyone is telling, but so many are giving you those vibes that you are gone, what your life will give you, what your kids will give you, but you will feel that. So that's what I'm telling, that those weakness, those weak, those helplessness, I make my strength. My kids smile, my kids face their helplessness, I make my strength. So that was my like that was my point or my strength, or that was the reason that broke
Mhm.
my cycle, and I was able to broke my cycle. Now I'm very happy that I'm helping my kids. At the same time I'm helping lots of other kids and the families, the parents. Like nowadays in my digital business, the part I love most, lots of especially parents call me, they talk about their kids and they ask to give me tips how they can help their kids. So that is
Mhm.
ultimate satisfaction from this business for me.
Wow.
I thought I can answer you well.
You definitely did. If you just joined us, just watch the replay. Trust me, I'm not gonna dilute by adding anything on top of that. Mothers, busy mothers out there, and you think you didn't have time, please go watch this. If you have a friend, if you have any mother out there, share this live. Share this, where you are seeing us, just share so that people can get to know that it's not the end. There's another opportunity. You just need to get out of that comfort zone. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for sharing. And back to you, David.
Thank you, Kamrun. Thank you, Dorothy. Wow. Cameron, you have such a story of resilience, a story of,
Today I've run out of words on
yeah.
this day.
I usually have words,
Oh,
but this one in particular,
oh, Jesus.
it's amazing because I see. In fact, I was reading. This is interesting. I was reading at your tag. I was looking at your tagline, and it says, "Turn your struggle into
Into
success." Right
success.
there at the bottom,
Yeah.
and
It's at
under
the,
your name,
at the
it says,
bottom.
"Turn your struggle into success."
Success.
Yeah.
And you've actually done this because with all these challenges that
Mhm.
you faced, raising the kids, having to go through, obviously you raise kids with with money because you have to buy everything through life, okay, to maintain them, to maintain a home for them, clothing and all sorts of things, medication, like you said,
Not
you
only
do
home.
school on their for them.
Yeah.
You have to go attend, learn, so you can know how to manage and probably communicate with them and train them. And all these are challenges that we never get to realize because when we have kids, we take them to school and expect them to learn. Expect them to learn. You see, all the things that we take for granted. As you are talking, as you are sharing, I was looking at all these things that people are blessed with, but we
Yeah.
take for granted and circle back and fail to do anything for ourselves. And we say, you know what? I can't do the business or I can't do this because of ABCDEFG. And then I see Cameroon with all these challenges, you know, she mentioned that she was in depression for 2 years,
It's
but
eight
she
years.
managed, yes.
8 years, right?
No,
No,
no, no, no.
8 years was my struggling part, but 2 years was like I took
Oh.
depression medication for 2 years too. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. So imagine that. At one time we had a discussion on depression, and it didn't take. No, none of us is an expert on this
Yeah.
subject, but we're with Dr. Dorothy, and we're talking about depression. But imagine, some people go into it and never come out of it.
Yeah, there's types of depression. There's
Yes.
where you can come out of it, but medical one, you can't.
So yeah. So like I said, we're not experts on the subject, but when she mentioned, obviously it was because of the so many pressures that were hitting her from all angles. She mentions that with this you can't pause life. Pausing life meaning giving up, not just on yourself, but
Exactly.
the two boys. Okay,
That's the thing.
so it can have a toll on you, but thank God that you have built the resilience over this, challenging times, and you've managed to find opportunities, to jump on and, create a life, create something out of the so challenging life that you have. And in fact, it brings me to something that I wanted to ask you earlier on. What gave you this confidence to say yes to this digital business opportunity you came across, obviously after hearing that you can work from home? But I mean, it's a new world. You've been used to traditional work where you do an 8 to 5, probably you go to work in the morning, come back in the evening. But again, just as you mentioned that you had all sorts of challenges taking care of the kids. But I know at some point, you were going to work and coming back. But here is an opportunity. Somebody mentions a digital business, something that you can do from home. And did you doubt yourself at first? Because it's a different world. If you haven't had an opportunity to be online and to deal with technologies at that level, you kind of doubt yourself. But how was this for you?
Yeah, like at the beginning, first when I know, I take this business opportunity as only one option in my life. Like sometimes people have variety option and they choose, but my life didn't give me the privilege to choose something. I just got one and I make it my own. So that was the only option that time, because I cannot go outside. I have to do it from home, and I will do it from home. Then definitely there was some, like how I will do. I have no experience, I have no training on that. But here we are, that how much, like what is our business is. This business is giving me everything. I don't need experience. This business has training side, a complete training side that can give me everything I need.
Cameron,
Then
while
that,
you're at it, so to interject again, while you're still at it, um, did you not feel any kind of skepticism? I mean, what was your journey like?
yeah,
Just going
really,
online.
I no
Mm,
skepticism. My need was bigger than my skepticism.
mm,
Well,
So
that's a
that
big
need,
point.
like, necessity is the mother of invention. When you are hungry that much, and when you have only one option, you cannot think much about it. I know nowadays there are so many people, there are so much skepticism, or they have skepticism partners. But I don't mention one thing what I should mention, that all of my journey, my husband was a silent support for me, because he also struggled with me, he also sacrificed a lot. Because when I was depressed or at home or doing this part, he had to take care of the whole financial needs of our family, and we had back home responsibilities.
mm,
So he did that part, and when he was doing that part, he was also unable to support me. It was unintentionally, but the fact was he was also unable to support me, give me that physical or mental support what I need really very badly that time. So that is why I was mostly alone in those sector. So here I was, when I was thinking, I don't know, I have no, but what I think first, I tell myself, okay, I will give myself 6 months. I think myself, for this business, I will give myself 6 months and I will learn the business.
Right.
Because my that 8 years made me as a rock. My confidence is always
Up
high,
there.
up
Yes.
there, and I know that if I do something, I will do it very well. I believe in myself because that 8 years taught me to believe in myself.
Right.
Because if I am not believing myself, I cannot achieve anything. And to believe in yourself, you have to raise your bar. You have to set a standard in your eyes for yourself. So that's the main thing. Sometimes we want to be nice or we want to set a bar in front of people's eyes. No,
Right.
that is a wrong concept. You
Mhm.
have to set a bar for yourself in your eyes so that you can look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself you try your best. You give your 100%. So I did that. My confidence was high always because that hard life made, I already learned from that part what to do, how to
Oh,
do,
yeah.
never stop, never give up. So I believe in myself and I know I will learn and I will do something from here. If I can do, I will do something from here. So I give myself 6 months, but luckily from second months I started earning from this business, and like within 5 months I achieved my fourth milestone, and then it takes
Okay.
1.5 years to achieve my sixth milestone. But by this time I become a coach. I did whatever I did, but
Did everything.
Congratulations on
The
those
book.
milestones.
I did
Oh,
because I have a very strong mindset. We, like, you need a strong. I will come. I think I have some thing to say about that next. But you need a very strong mindset, willpower, and hard work. You need to first. If you have a strong mindset, then you are all set for your life.
that's true.
Because
Yeah.
your strong mindset will never let you or give you a chance to sit. It will, you know, you want that, you will do that, you can do that, and you have to believe in yourself. These two things is a deadly rare combination of success. I can say that.
Mm,
Ooh.
thank you. Wow. Very interesting. If you're watching us, remember what I said at the beginning of this conversation. Grab a piece of paper and a pen and note down, because very interesting conversation. Cameron just mentioned somewhere that, and I picked this, skepticism partners. You know,
Mhm.
well, as we're trying to do things in life, we should be very careful. There are some
Yeah, that's
people that
true.
we hang around, that we call our friends or we call our family, but pretty much wherever we bounce ideas to them, of course, with an element of skepticism, because this is human nature. But there are such skepticism partners that even if there is a chance, 70% chance that it's a good idea and you will actually benefit from it, they'll use the 30% to build a castle on that and fail you to make a decision because they're skeptical. They're just partners in skepticism, and they'll say, you know what? And they'll bring all sorts of things. So you have to listen to the inner you. She mentions that if your your willpower and your why is strong enough, there's nothing that can derail you from moving forward. Because I asked the question about skepticism, she said, you know what, my reason for doing this was bigger than my skepticism. So it
Mm.
never crossed my mind. I just looked at the business and said, how do I make the best out of this opportunity? And she just jumped in because even the way you moved your milestones, when you mentioned the fourth, I'm like, the fourth in 4 months, that's something. Not many people can come out and say that, because there is a learning curve. And then you start making money, but in 2 months you are already, pushing that hard and getting results. It means you gave it your all. That's what I'm reading from your conversation. And that's such a powerful thing. You also mentioned something about setting the bar for yourself, not for your friends and the public, but the bar is for you and the man or woman in the mirror. So as you're doing that, you're setting the bar for yourself, so you can look at yourself in the future and measure against that bar you set yourself, not against anything else that you think other people are going to measure your success or measure your your development against. That's very interesting. I was writing a few things because I want to be able to reflect on this conversation, and those are the areas that I wanted to point out from your submission. Thank you very much for sharing. Dorothy, do you have anything?
What I can say is that the truth is parenting can't be delegated. And what I've realized, you can't postpone it at the end of the day. Not not for money, not for fame, not for any big break. So it means that most especially we leave third parties to raise our kids. But then our guest was like, no way. And that is the reason as why she shows that digital business. So now let's see, according to your journey and like all what you have submitted with our audience out there, may we know like how has this digital business changed your life, not just financially, because your journey, it wasn't all about financial issues. So that means it's not only like financially, but emotionally, spiritually, and as a mother. So can you like elaborate for us, like how does this digital business get to change your life?
Yeah, definitely. I would love to say, Dorothy, actually, because I always, when I become a behavioral therapist, I not only wanted to help my kids, I wanted to help other parents' kids, and I wanted to help other parents. And the same here in the digital business. Like, I always, my audience is parents, special need kids,
Mhm.
mothers, women. So I always try to tell everyone that this is a great opportunity that all moms should try for it. Like, this business changed my life, not gradually, not eventually. It changed my life dramatically, actually. Like, I never thought the business gave me all those things. I never expected, actually, because thought I started a business. But when I started the business, and slowly every day the beauty of this business was unfolding in front of me, and I found that last 16 years, because I'm doing this business from last 3 years, so last 16 years I was looking for the ease in my life, that the ease I was praying deep in my heart, that is, give me this business. How I will say, like, it gives me the time and space flexibility. Like, if I'm going to a job, 8 hours for the job and 2 hours you add to going coming, 10 hours almost I am outside the home. But here my kids are in front of me. It is not only time and space flexibility. The other thing is, most importantly, I can do it whenever I want. Right now, my kid needs me. I help him. I did that. And then when they are free, when I'm free, I'm doing my business on that time. Means like my business is not asking me like every day 2 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, or from 10 to 4, 8 to 4. No, it is whenever I want. So that was a very, very helpful option for any, not only moms, actually any parents. If someone is having like to have a plan B in their life, if someone is thinking about early retirement, if someone is thinking about two job, then they can do one job and this business together. If you are doing an odd job for a long time, you cannot do odd job for a long time because your body cannot take much. So the people who are doing odd job, they can grow this business beside, and at some point they can replace this business uh, at their job place. So it's like that this business give me that one and everything under one roof. My means like my kids school, my kids take care, my cooking, my everything. It like when we go for shopping, if somewhere is clothing, somewhere is grocery, somewhere is like other equipments, so you have to go 3 4 places. But if you get in like a supermarket, you are happy that if I go to supermarket, I get everything I need for my family, everything I need for my for home. So this is the ease that is this business gave me. And then that I spiritually, you said spiritually, that one that I told you, this business give me some, not something, so many things that I cannot, like that you cannot measure. Love, respect, appreciation, affection, and I got some relation that I will carry with me whole life. I got some good business partners as my downline, as my upper line, that I can carry them whole life with me. They will be there not only for business, they will be there when I'm mentally down. So I got those relationships. And then if you get this kind of support in your life spiritually, you will be always up. And the spiritual thing, I started that 8 years when I have no one in my life. I understand that it's your life, your shoes, you have to walk on your way. So that I already build a relationship with my creator, who hold me back always and who keep me alive, strong, and keep going all the time. That spirituality I already earned earlier. And then I just want to say 1 2 points. I write down some points because there is a lot to say. So most importantly, a continuous learning process. I love to learn. That was a very thing I believe in me, that I always like to learn. I learn so many things that no one will learn. Like someone says there is a free facial tutorial going on. I go there and I learn it. I never think, oh, what will I do? I will not do that. I will not do that. But I learn. Maybe I can give myself facial sometime. I can give somebody with me sometime. So it was like that. I never step back to learn anything. I learn whatever came in front of me. I learn. This business, the way the world is changing, the way everything is changing nowadays, people, if you don't have a good um, presence in digital platform, you will be lost and you will be nowhere. You will find yourself nowhere, jobless, because that is the digital era we are stepping in now. So this business is teaching me every day. I did not, now I'm using StreamYard. I just, after coming, I add it with my page. I have no knowledge about it. Before
Right.
starting this business, I only did take picture in the Facebook, like and comment. That's it. But now I'm a coach. I'm learning every day. And it
Teaching others.
yeah, it creates my it makes my confident, to go on. When you are confident, and where you will get the confidence, you will get the confidence from your experience and from your knowledge. And to do that, you have to learn from your life situation, and you have to learn whatever you are getting. So this business is giving me that learning opportunity. Best part, free. I am not expending a penny for this learning. And our training side, we know that whenever there is new updates, it updated automatically. I am not paying a single penny from my pocket. Can you imagine? Like, if you can see the beauty, you can see it. But if you cannot see, if you don't want to see, you cannot. And the last thing, my ultimate identity. When I was very young, I never thought I will be only a mother, a housewife. I always wanted a career, my own identity. I can be a mother, I can be a sister, I can be a wife, I can be whoever I want. But as an individual, who am I? I need to be myself. And mothers are sometimes weak. Why, Because they are not standing for themselves.
Yeah, that's true.
Are they are losing themselves because they become a mother.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't lose yourself while you are a mother, it will always added in your character. Your family will be proud of you, and you won't be a burden for them in future. You will be a treasure box for them.
Right.
So that's what I believe, and that this business give me my ultimate identity. I changed my accounts officer career. I changed my behavioral therapist career, even though I have to work hard. I work like a black horse, 24/7 juggling, but still I have to lose those careers. But now I am, I got my ultimate identity. I am never gonna lose this career at all. So what I can ask more from a business, tell me. I'm questioning you right now that how now you know how this business changed my life, and I believe this business can change anyone's life. You don't need to be a mother. You can be anyone. You can be a person, man or woman. You can be a student. You can be a job holder. You can be a, like, whoever. In our business, we are having doctors, Dave and Roxanne. They have a career of software engineer and lawyer, but now
Wow.
owner. We have American Navy. So, like, can you imagine what this business can give you? And the main thing I'm telling you, the business is not giving itself. You have to make it. You have to do it your part. Life will give you all components. You have to pick right components on right time, and you have to use it right time in a right way. And you have to know how to do that. Then you will be unstoppable. Definitely. Thank you so much.
Wow. Thank you so much. David, do you want to say something?
Well, it's self-explanatory. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
self-explanatory. What I would probably would like to bring in is give me a second. You know what would you say to that mom out there who's watching this live, torn between her family, needs her own dreams, and and that kind of thing? What can you leave for that person that's out there? They think they have challenges, they have they're kind of stuck in their mind, and they think you know
Yeah.
for somebody that is stuck out there.
Yeah, definitely. I would love to say, like, especially women's moms are stuck in mostly in their life. That is why actually I always try to like promote women empower. I love to work for them. Like I will say, those women and those moms, whatever is the reason you are stuck in your life, I can see you. I can see what you are going through. I just want to tell you all one thing: choosing yourself doesn't mean you are standing against your family. Choosing yourself means you are standing for your family. If you are not strong enough, how you can help your loved one? If you are not strong enough, how you can help your kids? If you are not strong enough, how you can help your husband? Like in my life, one time I thought, when I was depressed, how I bounce back. Like I was thinking, if I become sick, then what this man will do? Like he will curse himself to have me, to have my kids. Then I thought, no, I have to become his strength. I cannot drown. So if you are choosing yourself, like we women, we think we have to like we have to drown. We are drowning and then we are lifting our family. No, you no need to drown to lift your family or your kids. You can stand back so strong so that you can help anyone, and you can be a strong hand for anyone to pull up. And these business, I would love to say for all women, this business will make all mothers, all women's life easier, because you can do this business from home while you are taking care of your kids, while you are doing anything at home. And it's a portable business. You can carry it with you. And when you are sleeping, this business is running. So I don't know, after that, if you are, and one thing I would love to say, that where you are stuck, what will be your push,
Mhm.
if someone don't want you to carry on, go on, or if you want to do something and someone is not helping you, believe me, he or she is not your well wisher. If some person, even he is very close to you, your husband, your wife, if they are not helping you to do something, I have doubt if they really love you, you know. So if you have this kind of people surrounding you, you have to remove them. Remove means like we cannot remove very close one, but you need to listen to your own heart. You need to never give up. Don't stop dreaming. Dream and work for it. Take an action. I can think all life, oh, I want to do that, I want to do this, I'm planning to do that, but I'm not taking any action. Those days, those success will never come to me then. So negative people, whoever they are, keep them aside. You focus on your dream, focus on your wish, what you want to do. You are not doing anything bad for your family. You are making yourself strong enough to help them one day. So tell yourself, you are not doing something bad. That's what I can say. Like women's mothers, sometimes they said, oh, maybe I cannot give much time to my kids if I do that, if I do that. But no, against that thought, we are adjusting so many negative things in our life. We no need to do that actually. It's your life and you get it for once. You will not get another life. So use all the opportunity, and sometimes we have to go outside and find opportunity. This opportunity is at your door and knocking you, that I'm here, have me, use me. So why not? What you are waiting for? So you have to be brave enough. You have to be brave enough to take an action. And if you want something for you, you are not doing anything wrong. rather than you are doing the right thing. Yes, I can say, Dorothy and David.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Kamrun. One thing for sure is that people should never lose that individualism in them. Kudos to everybody that has stood with their partners, helping out in their endeavors, because we all need a support system at some point. And it's such a great thing if somebody can hold your hand as you're doing your journey, or they can be supportive, um, financially, um, say emotionally as well. It's such a great thing. And for those that haven't seen that in their endeavors, um, the advice is that you should not lose the dream, your dream as an individual, because we are all individuals in one way or another, and we do have aspirations. So if it's being given to you, pursue it and see how far it goes. At the end of the day, you're saying don't lose the vision, the big picture, okay? Because at the end of the day, whatever you're doing is, with the intention to help support best way you can. So if you're out there and you do have a partner, or you do have friends that have been very supportive, enjoy that support, and kudos that they're there in your life. But for those that seem to not have that kind of support, or have people around them that don't share into their dreams, don't lose your individualism, don't lose the dream, just keep pursuing, so that you're able to see your dreams come true, or you go to the end of the tunnel. Thank you, Kamrun, for sharing, for being a part of this show. Usually runs about an hour, and we really do appreciate that you've pushed it into the other hour. For those that are in the comment section, we have Dorothy. Would you like to go through some of the comments we have before we can wind up?
Okay, let me go through them. But before I go through them, so if you've missed this and you're just, joining us right now, watch the replay because you missed very important information here. This is a mother all the way from Boston, USA, a behavior therapist, a proud mom of two special needs, like teen boys, a mom who chose purpose over paycheck. For 8 years, she served in a public school system, supporting children as a behavior therapist. But life had different calling for her at the end of the day. So now she made just one, the hardest decision, and it was rewarding decision of her life. One, all of us, we fear quit jobs. Me, I just fired my boss. I didn't quit. I'm like, I'm gonna fire you now. But just to be fully present for her boys, he chose faith over fear. And she stepped into a business that not only gives her flexibility, but also gave her back her identity. So today, it's a digital business, and it's not just an income stream for her, but it was a lifesaver. If you go watch it carefully, you will understand what I'm talking about. That it was a lifesaver for her. And it gave her purpose, peace, and power. So to any mom out there, especially those raising children with unique needs, you don't have to choose between purpose and parenting. You can do both, like our guest here. And we can show you how. Just send a message if your story speaks louder to your heart, and there is a space for you too. Okay. All right, so thank you so much, our guests. We really appreciate, and we are going to go ahead and actually go through the comments. We might not go through all the comments, and then we can end the live, not even starting. All right. Oh, hey, Dozy, how are you doing? Watching from Boston. Ah, you have
Oh,
another Boston here.
That's somebody from Boston.
yeah.
And just say it says his story. God is. Oh wow! Thank you,
Thank
thank
you so
you, thank
much.
you,
Thank
Dozy.
you.
I think Dozy has been actually, um, LP like following since we started. All
Okay.
right, and then we have somebody here says, "Good afternoon, family. Hey, dear. Good afternoon. How are you doing?" And then, okay, Tashi Johnny, experience, God is strength. Yes, thank you so much. Here it says, Assalamu alaikum, right? Am I right? Yeah. How
Yeah.
are you? I think that's what yes, that's what it means. Thank you so much, my dear, for watching us. Hey everyone, hey dear, how are you? And then watching from, we have a lot of people from Boston, huh? Hi.
Yeah. Yeah. She is my mentee.
Oh, she's
Oh,
really, wow, that's wonderful. That's awesome. Thank you for watching us. I am available as well to grasp and the knowledge about this wonderful business. Thank you, Peter. Thank you so much. Hi everyone. Thank you. We're doing good. How are you? Um, I don't see anything here, but it's a blank. And then very informative discussion. Thank you so much, Bashir. And then we have Jonathan here says, "Hey everyone, how are you doing, Jonathan? Assalamu alaikum, watching from UK.
another mentee?
Uh, but
Ah,
she is not my mentee, but
yeah.
definitely she's in our business. Yeah.
Yeah, she's from
Wassalam.
UK. UK, it's already night there, right? Thank you for being up for this show. We don't get it, we don't like take it for granted. Hey everyone, hey dear, how are you doing? And I'm watching from, how do you
Sydney.
pronounce? There's a lot of countries here. I don't, some of them, English is not my language, guys. Okay? Just forgive me. Assalamu alaikum, everyone watching from here in California.
Yeah,
Hi.
she is from
Hi.
our business too. Yeah.
Oh, powerful and
She's
magical.
another proud mom.
Oh, another proud mom I can see. Parents, yes, you're killing it today. Hey, everybody watching from Canada. Hey, Canadians, how are you? All right, and then we have another one here. Say, excuse me, assalam. It is.
Walaikum salam.
Well,
Yeah.
okay. I'm sorry,
Assalamu alaikum.
Muslim people.
Sorry.
Good evening
Forgive
from
me.
Ireland.
All
Yeah,
right,
from
thank you so
Ireland.
much, guys, everybody. If I didn't go through your comment, we are sorry. There's a lot of comments, but we recognize you and thank you very much to be here. We have Doctor here from Canada. Hey, how are you doing? All the Canadians, big up and welcome back from the convention. Today we had to host you, people in US. I remember. When was the conference in Canada? Is it last year, but one? Today we had to host you guys. All right. How did you like USA? I know we were here in June. Was it 18th? From 18th closely to 22nd. If you attended our convention, guys, we are trying to prepare for you something, whatever happened to the convention, and we will share it here so that you have a feel. Okay. All right. And that is it. Oh, David, we can go back. I don't think we're gonna go through everything because of time.
All right. Thank you very much, Dorothy. And thank you so much, Kamrun, for sharing your journey, sharing your story with our viewers. I hope, guys out there, you had something to learn from her experience, more so that you can turn your struggles into success. It's her
Yeah.
path, I see it. And I think it's a very powerful one. Thank you for showing up, and we hope we can host you another time, Kamrun.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Best regards to your family, to your two boys, and your husband.
Thank
And
you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
inshallah, may God bless him with so much life and love and prosperity to take care of you guys, and also the grace to see through, to see you through with all
Oh,
the.
before we go, just a second, David,
Yes,
before we go, let our
yeah.
guests give us a little bit, like, what advice, or people were there and they think this is, like a get quick rich thing. What do you like, quick money? What do you advise those
Get
people?
rich quick.
Yes, because
Nothing is like, there is nothing that you can get quick rich, and our business is not at all. I told you, like, I in my middle session, I think I told that success never come easily. Success never come easily. You can see a successful people all at once, but you don't know her story, his story. You don't know her journey. So success, what um, make a person success? You have to have a strong mindset, willpower. You have to work hard for your dream. Without hard work, nothing can be achieved. And the third thing is consistency. How long you will work hard until you get there. So I cannot work hard for 2 days, 2 months. I have to work hard consistently till I am there. So there is nothing. It is not a overnight become rich business. No, it's a completely wrong thing. But it's a proven system. If you work hard, if you hang in there, you will be succeed. That I can say. Thank you.
all right.
All right.
So much.
All right. Thank you for that addition, Kamrun. And thank you from wherever you're watching. Thank you for joining us. We will be here again next week around the same time, 2 o'clock PST, 5 o'clock Eastern Time, and 10 o'clock GMT. So until next time, have a wonderful week, and bye.
Bye, everybody. And for more information, you just need to go to the bio description link. You will get all the detailed information on how the business operates. And for those who always ask, oh, you always come here, give inspiring stories, sharing ideas, but then what kind of business is this? Simply, it's a franchise business, mainly in health and wellness, with a business model where you don't have to look for customers, but the customers do reach out to you through our funnel. That's what we build for you. That's it, period. More info, visit our website. You will get all the detailed information you will love to know, or message anybody. You will get the detailed information just in case if you will love to proceed. All right. And I think it's already time for us to leave. Bye-bye, everybody, and see you next week.
Join us every Sunday for an episode of the Digital Business Forum
at 2 p.m. PST, 3 p.m. MST, 5 p.m. EST, and 10 p.m. GMT.
This forum will feature successful, experienced digital business owners with inspiring information to help you make that informed decision about starting your own digital business. By starting your own online business, you will have more free time to take control of your life, create generational wealth, retire early, and make money from anywhere in the world with just your laptop, phone, and internet. If this resonates with you, don't miss this Sunday.